So we're at site 1, planning the day for tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Filming some clips for the lawn vlog, link in the description below. But for right now, we're gonna head to Home Depot, grab some kits to redo the weed eaters, the blowers, get them ready for next season, and then head to the garage and show you what that looks like when we get it all taken care of and teach you guys how to maintain your equipment properly. Come with us. All right, so we're here at Home Depot. We're gonna run inside real quick and grab our maintenance kit for our weed eater, our blowers, and then I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like and how to change those out and how to keep everything running. We're gonna get it all set up for the springtime, and honestly, I'm just ready to start mowing again. I'm excited, so let's get in there and I'll show you guys what we're working with. All right, so we're here on the trimmer aisle. You go to the Echo section in Home Depot where they keep all their weed eaters and everything. And here you'll see all their tune-up kits at the bottom. This is the tune-up kit for the handheld blower. So we're gonna buy this. We're gonna replace the air filter, the spark plug, and the fuel filter. This is the one for the trimmer. It also works on their bush trimmers and a handheld blower. But as you can see, the air filter is a little bit different when it's made for a weed eater. So we're gonna replace those same things on the weed eater as well. And then finally, I've got an Echo backpack blower that's seized up because we accidentally put the wrong gas in it. So we're gonna put some deep creep down through the spark plug and let that sit overnight. And then also replace the air filter, spark plug, and the fuel filter and see if we can't get this thing to start back up, unseize, and maybe we can save it. So stay tuned for the lawn vlog on Wednesday. Maybe we'll see something about saving this blower, but we're going to show you what it's like to try to save a blower that's seized up by putting deep creep in the spark plug. So stay tuned for that and follow us to the garage. All right, so we've got our first maintenance kit open here for our Echo weed eater. What we're going to do is we're going to take off this plastic cap, replace the air filter, the spark plug, and then we're going to check and see if the fuel filter needs replaced. These don't need to be replaced as often as these two do, so we may hold off and just save ourselves the trouble. But if it needs to be replaced, we'll replace it. So I'll loosen these. I'm going to clean off this air filter best I can and put it back in the unit because it's not dirty enough to need replacing yet. Still runs great, still feels new. These really heavy duty commercial units, like this is Echo's most powerful weed eater, the SRM 3020. So some of these more powerful commercial ones aren't going to need to be serviced as frequently if you're not using them super heavy. So throw that back in there. It's always good to just continually visually inspect your equipment too. This is as much that as it is a full maintenance run. Some of this stuff won't need to be maintained, but as long as I opened up, looked at it, it makes me feel better, it gives me peace of mind. All right, so the final thing we're gonna replace on here is our fuel filter, and this part we actually do have, this will work. The aftermarket fuel filter is the same for all of these, and as you'll see, this one is significantly larger than the stock fuel filter that came with it. So we're gonna take this off and replace it, and hopefully see better filtration results out of it. Slide these little metal pieces back. This is what holds the tension around the fuel filter and prevents fuel from escaping and prevents the filter from being kicked off the end. So you just slide that back a little bit. Take the fuel filter and start the painful work of trying to squeeze this thing in here properly. Take this metal piece, seal it back off. really painful. It almost ripped my nails off, but now that I've got this over that lip in there, nothing's gonna pull this off. And our fuel filter has successfully been replaced and secured. So this aftermarket fuel filter is a little too big to fit in the allotted space here. So I just pop it in the side. Holds it in place just fine. Take our air filter. See the proper way to do it? Sideways. All right, so this is where the spark plug is housed inside this rubber casing. Just pull this off, pull it out. So this right here is a T-tool. This is commonly used in chainsaw products. You can use this bit right here to fit in here as a tool to attach to the spark plug. Just turn it, break that tension. And that's what we're working with right now. So we can see it's kind of blackened. It looks like it's a little used. It could probably still continue because it looks like the plate in there is good. But compared to a brand new spark plug, it looks like we're gonna have some problems here. So this spark plug here is a little burnt up and we're gonna wanna replace it. But unfortunately, I made a mistake of buying the wrong kit for this weed eater. So to make sure that you don't make the same mistake I did and save yourself $10, check the back of the tune-up kit and make sure that your proper trimmer, hedge trimmer, or blower is listed under here and save yourself the money. What we're gonna do is go buy a Metro Turf tomorrow and just buy the right kit because it's a commercial weed eater, so you may have to find this tune-up kit for the commercial version at a specific lawn shop. You won't be able to get it at Home Depot. But if we had the right spark plug, this is what it would look like. It would be a little skinnier, like this one, but it would be clear like that. You see the base plate's good. That little white circle is clear. And this is what a new one would look like. So that's what you want your spark plugs to look like at the start of your season. Screw it in there and we would get our tool here, hand tighten it a little bit, and pop the rubber casing back on, and we'd be good to go on the spark plug front. So I'll screw this old one back in here as a placeholder until tomorrow morning when I'm able to get the proper tools. And this just shows you that you know, this is why it's important to follow somebody, because I'll make the mistakes and save you the time and the money. And you could just watch me instead of doing this yourself and being frustrated like I am. Give it a little bit of a hand tighten, not too tight. A little bit of pressure. She just pops right back on there. All right, so our trimmer is done. The air filter has been cleaned and checked. The fuel filter has been replaced, and our spark plug has been visually inspected, and we've determined that it needs to be replaced. However, due to my mistake earlier, we can't, so I'll replace that tomorrow morning. The old spark plug is still in there as a placeholder for now, and we'll move on to our next piece of equipment. I have a handheld blower here now, so I'm gonna run through this second time a little faster because it's a little similar. So you just pop out the air filter there. You can see how horrendously dirty this is. In need of a good replacing. It's not all dirt and mud. Some of that's a little bit of two-stroke oil and gas that got filtered in from some splashes, but it definitely needs to be replaced. Compare that to this. Wow. Wow. Goes on with what looks to be the cloth filter facing outward. It clips on, there's like rings around here. Easy as that, boom, air filter's replaced. All right, so this one's a little used too, kind of burnt away. You can see the metal bits here on the ends are a little rustier than the other one, so it's actually in need of more of a replacement even so than the weed eater. So we've got our replacement spark plug here. Snap that back into place. Fuel filter is located under here. Here. And go ahead and pull it out. I'll go ahead and screw the gas cap back on so I don't cause any spills. And we're gonna take steps and replace this fuel filter here. It looks like we're missing our metal ring that holds this on. So I'm gonna do a sweep with my finger and see if that's still there. But if we've lost this, I'm a little hesitant to replace this fuel filter because, well, I know that this one won't fall off, but if I take it off and put a new one on there, who's to say that one's gonna stay on there? We'll risk it. That's what you don't want to happen. So instead of pulling the fuel filter off of this handheld blower, I pulled the fuel line out of the gas tank. So now I'm gonna have to put my fingers all the way back here and try to get that to stick in this tiny little plastic hole that's much smaller than the diameter of this tube. So be sure and avoid making this mistake. Again, I encourage you to continually watch our videos and not miss a single one because I'm very prone to stupid mistakes like this and I don't mind making them on camera. So there's a trick that you can do with deep creep right here. It's kind of similar to Seafoam or WD-40, but this is designed to break through and basically free up anything that's locked together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna loosen this spark plug here and pour some deep creep down the hole in the spark plug and let it sit overnight. Then I'm gonna replace everything on this blower, get it in tip-top shape, ready to roll, put some proper gas in it, and see if this deep creep is able to free up this seized up piston in here and we can salvage this blower. If we can salvage this blower, I'll save about 400 bucks and that would be a nice payday. Same thing again with this blower, replacing the air filter. Take this off. There's the old one. Still pretty much brand new, so I'm just gonna keep rolling with this one. Keep this one for spare parts. Alright, so after another visual inspection of the fuel filter on this blower, again, because it hadn't been used very much before it seized up, the fuel filter doesn't need to be replaced, so I'm going to save that other fuel filter for parts in the future. But as of now, you know how to manage and maintain your two-stroke equipment for the next season. I still haven't been able to pop that fuel line back into the handheld blower, so really be careful to just avoid doing that at all, because I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get it back in. We'll see, but if not, then I'll have to put it on the sidelines until I can figure it out. That's how annoying of a problem it is. So again, I can't stress enough, that's why it's important to watch videos like this and to make sure that you just let other people make the mistakes so that you're not going to deal with trying to shove this stupid fuel line back in the thing for the next 30 minutes or something. So yeah, that's how you manage your two-stroke equipment. Stay tuned for the next video. Next Wednesday, we'll be showing you how to do the push mower and the zero turn. In a similar manner. So yeah, I'll show you where to buy this stuff, how to do it, what needs to be done, how to visually inspect your equipment, and just kind of the standard that you want to be at to make sure that your company's running efficiently, you're not having a whole lot of problems, and you don't pull up the yards and have to troubleshoot. You can just work and work and work and then maintain your consistent schedule and keep all your equipment on the up and up. So that's how it's done, and come back next Friday, or this Friday, excuse me, for the lawn vlog. Off of this handheld blower.